Hello folks, and welcome back. On this episode, we're going to show you how to replace the springs on a Dometic freezer door. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. We noticed on our last camping trip that the freezer was freezing up really bad and developing a lot of ice inside. And I realized that the freezer door here was not closing the way it used to, because one of these springs at the bottom, there's one on each side, was broke. So what I figured out is you got to take this side off first and then replace the spring in whichever side is broke. Now this is what the assembly looks like with the springs. There's one on each side. It's a plastic piece that has a spring with like a little gear on the end of it. And usually what happens is the white plastic piece here breaks, so the spring doesn't close. And I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the description of where you can purchase this plastic piece. To remove the door, you're going to have to use something, and I've got these pump-up wedges, and I'll put a link in the description for them. Basically, you're going to have to stick it between the door and the side of the refrigerator, pump it up, and pop this piece out. When you start this, just open your refrigerator door just a little bit. Make sure the wedge is all the way down as far as you can get it, and then just slowly pump up your wedge, and you'll see it opening up there. And I want to get just enough room out of there so I can get a screwdriver in there and push that little pin back out. Now you take any kind of tool that you can get up in there and push that little piece back into the wall so that it disconnects from the door. And then once you get that done, you'll see that little piece I had to push back there. I released the pressure off my bag, and now my door comes right out. And that's where the door, those cross marks, that's where the pieces in the refrigerator hook into the door. And this is what the little piece looks like. Now, this one's broke over on this side, so I'm going to use a little flathead screwdriver and pop it out. And this is what it looks like when it's broke. And that piece is supposed to be just a spring that comes out there, not the whole mechanical piece. But that center piece is what you've got to push back in to get the door loose. And this is what that piece looks like when you actually get it out of the assembly. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, and you can see it just slides right out on this side. And then I've got to pull this plastic piece out here. And this is what it looks like when it's pulled out. Now, the new pieces that I'm going to go ahead and replace both sides, and I'll put a link down in the description. This is the new pieces that I ordered from Amazon. And we're going to go ahead and just take those. We're going to take, and you'll see that one is listed with an L, and that's going to obviously go on the left side. And then one is listed with an R, and that's going to go on the right side. These are dependent because of how they look into the refrigerator in that hole. So go ahead and take your springs, put your springs down in the new piece. And this is what it looks like with the spring in one that's not broke. And we'll go ahead and do the other side. And that's the left side. And then we'll go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. And then we'll go ahead and put the right side in. And then once you get these in, you want to have them so the main tab is pointing down on both of them. Now to put the door back, you're going to take the door and you're going to press it against the spring on one side. Push really hard, take a screwdriver, and work the other spring into the door. And then once you've got it in that position, go ahead and shut your door. Now that the door is shut, we're going to go ahead and put tension by spinning these tabs up and until they latch into the hole, which is up equal with the door. And you can move them sometimes by hand. I tried this little plastic thing, it didn't work, so I moved it as much by hand. And then just take a little small screwdriver and pushed it the rest of the way in. And you see it pops right into the hole. And then go ahead and do the other side. until it pops in. Then that your door is reinstalled and you can see both springs are working and the door seals good. Well, we appreciate you watching. We hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop us a line and we'll try to answer them. And we'll see you in the campground.